Microphone's too
Well,
good.
hello, fellow addicts. Welcome back to Addicts Live, albeit 5 minutes late. I think that tends to be our new MO. Maybe we should just say we're starting at 12:05 instead of 12. For those who don't know me, I'm Alyssa, your resident head addict, and joining us on the show this week is our resident father of the bride, part
Close the
2,
door.
who's yelling at his wife. Clearly, the wedding is getting to him because he's yelling at his wife.
Didn't you got
Father
mute?
of the bride, part 2.
No.
Patrick.
Okay. Patrick, who's using my brand new noise canceling headphones, who apparently it doesn't mute, even though it said it was muted. So okay, then we're gonna go with you heard that. Yeah, we are 1 week away. 1 week away from the blessed event. So yeah, we're down to it.
Did you buy those noise canceling headphones on Amazon at a great discount?
I did indeed. And we all celebrated when they showed up. Although it's hard to tell these days because there are so many boxes for the wedding. The poor UPS guy is just absolutely over it. He's like, "There's 4 more. It's 5 more."
Why does he sound like Sylvester Stallone?
Because he kind of looks like Sylvester Stallone, and he is wasted. So
I come all the way from Philly with a packages. Hey.
So for those who don't recognize that voice, guess who's back? Back again.
Hey.
Everybody's favorite fuzzball, the Wookster.
I woke up, friends. I woke up. Hey, can you close the door? Wait.
Oh dear! Wait, hold on just a second. Hold on. Are you woke? That's the thing. That's the new phrase that I love. Are you woke, Wookie? Are you a Wookie that's woke?
I'm a wokey.
Oh, wokey. There we go. Excellent. All right.
As kids say, I'm shook because I got like 5 hours of sleep. For you, friends, I wanted to be here because I felt bad about the last time.
Please,
5 hours is regular for me. I'm old. Come on.
So hey.
Yes. So we did not kick Wookie off the show. Wookie is still very much a part.
Hi.
Now a phone's ringing.
It's shut the door.
It's not my house, I promise.
Who's getting married?
So Safi was supposed to be here. His nephew's birthday is today, and he was sent on an errand to go pick up balloons, and apparently it's taking too long. So he may pop in, he may not pop in.
Oh, nice play on words on the balloons there. Nice. He may pop in.
I like my alliterations.
She floated that joke right in there.
Yeah, there.
So, just a reminder: this is meant to be interactive for those of you watching. So, share your questions, share your questions and comments below, and join in the fun. So, let's get started. We've got ourselves a battle royale in Springfield as the kids fight back against the adults. The first event of 2018 is certainly interesting. Please take a moment to answer the poll question below if you haven't already, and let us know what your initial impression of Bart Royale is. The question, obviously is, what is your initial impression of Bart Royale? And the answers are great, not bad, too soon to tell, meh, and not a fan. And let's get right into it, boys, shall we? The good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, the bad, and the fugly for Bart Royale.
What does fugly stand for?
Frequently ugly. Frequently ugly.
I'm not familiar with the colloquialism.
It's frequently ugly. So this update is interesting. It's a little kind of all over the place a little bit until Wookie reminded me that apparently the hellfish is actually returning. The whole hellfish thing I thought was new. Look how I was paying attention apparently 2 years ago. So I thought it was a little weirdly out of kilter, but it's okay. I mean, it feels a little grindtastic. Grindtastic, is that the word?
Grindish.
And that, as soon as you hit the next level, you're doing the 4-hour thing again. But it's okay. It's all right. I'm not sure how much of this stuff's going to stay in my Springfield. The trenches may stay somewhere erroneous. I'll have to figure that out later.
Somewhere erroneous?
Yes. There'll be a trench somewhere down Main Street. I'm not sure why. It'll be like construction.
Just put a big trench around your whole town.
If you could just put the trench like dividing line straight down the middle of your Springfield and say one is one area code and one is the other. You got 939 is 636.
Wow, yeah. That's deep. Yeah,
and then you call the Who to do a concert on your side of your Springfield.
I like this. All right. I may trench off my mythology land where I have Jesus and the dinosaurs and everybody all hanging out together in the corner of my Springfield. We'll see.
If you try to go see them, you fall into a ditch, is what you're saying.
This is true. Yeah, you have to cross over.
Yeah, Pat has a creationist portion of his Springfield where Jesus and the dinosaurs are.
Yeah, kind of. I'll write about that sometime because I've been there. I've been to the Creationist Museum.
Yeah, I saw it on a TV show once. Animatronic caveman.
It's better than you can imagine. And the Noah's Ark in Kentucky is even better than that. It's the best. But I digress. Go ahead.
Lots of digressing.
How about you? What do you think about it, Wook?
Yeah. So officially on the poll, I voted not bad. That also means not good. Just to be clear. So I like in this event so far. It's too early to tell, really, but it's sort of like when I saw Mad Max Fury Road. Some people really love that movie. I found it interesting, and it was long, and
interesting.
I did it long. Like, we got really happy. We said EA listened to us, and then I'm like 43 days. Well, about that.
Yeah. So much for that.
Yeah. But we're getting Battle Royale Maggie from the Outlands episode, and I consider that a win. Like, literally, that's my one thing where I saw that. I'm not gonna say when, but I was like, you can.
Well, you saw it in the character collections, right? That's where.
Well, if you tap on Act 2, that's the little image that pops up. Sorry, it doesn't. I don't know. Spoilers. But yeah, I saw that, and that's my favorite part about the Outlands, how Maggie immediately goes to like Mad Max and is like battling babies in a little baby octagon. So, and yes, all she's gonna do is have an animation outside of that weird playground that makes me afraid for the children, like they should not be there. Yeah. But I mean, you get to build a fort, and you'll figure out where to put it, or you won't, and yeah.
And that's our show, folks.
Yeah.
I just finished Where Did That Come From? Sorry, Wookie, we didn't know you were coming back. I only did one. Anyway,
it's okay.
I did one on.
I could do this, but I can't write.
Yeah, I did it on Bart the General, which is interesting for me, and I'm not going to tease out the whole post, but the fact that Bart the General comes from episode number 5 of all time is pretty interesting stuff, and I think it's worth really watching and taking a look at. I kind of synopsize a little bit, but I really think you should watch it. It's one, if you can find it, watch it, because it introduces some characters for the first time. There's a whole lot of subtext that gets set up that ends up prevailing throughout the entire 600 plus episodes. So it's interesting.
It's a really
good episode. Yeah.
So, I mean, my take on the event is for me, the jury is still out. There's some good points. There's some bad stuff. I will say EA is listening at least on the craftables, because the craftables are all new stuff. There's only one returning thing, and that's the skylight. So at least they're putting a little bit more effort, not throwing a bunch of crap into the craftables. I mean, it is crap, but at least it's new crap and not old crap. Because everybody knows old crap stinks worse.
Well, no, it dries up eventually and it stops smelling.
I don't know. I've got some diapers. We've got some diapers from Riley.
We really missed you.
Well, I was thinking dog poop, not Riley poop. Riley's beautiful and amazing. She doesn't poop.
This poor kid.
That evil on her, Ricky Bobby.
She'll watch this in 20 years and she'll be mortified. So yeah, no, it's
this is why we miss you, Wookie. We never have comments. We never have conversations about poop when you're not here. So I mean, this goes back to your infamous. Yeah, exactly.
Left hand, right hand, friends. Left hand, right hand. It's right there in the intro. Do it in the one hand. Let it dry before you swallow.
As a side note, so I was at my parents' house a little while ago, and we were watching TV, and they had DuckTales on, which is on the new Disney XD, and they had a commercial on, I guess, for older kids, which was about little poop toys. I think they were called Poopkins. So like Shopkins, but like for poop. I'm not even joking. Like they come in a little toilet paper canister. Like it was the weirdest. I was like, what is going on with this world?
Do they look like the poop emojis?
Yeah, they're basically variations of poop. Like different little poops dressed up in little things. Like it's the weirdest thing. Well, like Shopkins are little like food. So now they have the byproduct of what happens when you eat the food, the poop.
Just so you know, this is truly the seventh sign of Armageddon. This is it. We are going out, folks. If this is the best we can do for our kids, is little poop dolls, we are in deep trouble.
Bizarre stuff.
There you go.
I remember that scripture, something about when the poopkins arrive.
No, it's
beware ye the sign of impending poopkin.
No. The deal is you have to turn the page after the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. That's where the poop's coming from. You see, it's horse poop, right?
Yeah, I don't know where they are, but I know where they've been.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh God. All right, we're gonna hear about this, folks. All right.
Real quick. Do any of you guys have the problem where you have like gigantic piles of past events just sitting in your town because you're not willing to store it?
No, I refuse. All I have is my development corner. I've
got a bunch of Christmas stuff out because I need to put it. I'm not putting it in storage. I'm putting it in my town. I just need to figure out where it's going. But other than that, I store a lot of crap. I'm not going to.
I have that all in a row to the right, but I have this pile from the Harry Plopper event or Angelica Budden, where all of that stuff from those random monsters is like, it's literally my town magic dump, and it sits there, and I'm like, does this describe how I feel about the game right now? Like, I need to move that, but then I'm like, no, if I store it, I have to find it later.
I feel pretty good because I have a really nice little town because I built it as an homage to our trip last summer. And I generally, if I find something I like, I put it right in. I am making room for the dam. So I'm kind of sitting. I'm the dum. I'm 2 million away. So I will have this thing this week. And then I have to move my entire farm to the right with the free land that I've got. And my mythology corner will have to move up a little bit. But I have a plan.
See, my town is really nice, but it frays at the edges, which I feel like is a good metaphor for my life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't go out that door. Don't look around the corner. Yeah,
you never go out the door. You shut the door.
All my Angelica Budden stuff is in the ocean, where it belongs.
It's in the ocean.
It's in the ocean. It's where it belongs. It doesn't belong in Springfield, so it belongs in the ocean because the only way you could get to it is by flying or a magic train.
You put it on tiles?
Yeah. Well, like you can't just put it in the ocean. Of course it's on tiles.
I don't know.
My Jesus, I will tell you that my little Jesus decoration with God and the swing set and stuff, that's also in the ocean on tiles because it doesn't belong in Springfield. It doesn't belong in Springfield.
We have dead people walking around our town. We have dead people walking around. Jesus is perfect here.
Jesus belongs in Springfield, but it's decoration. Hey, look, Safi's here.
There's a unicorn. There's a unicorn in the game. if the tunicorn can walk around, dadgummit, Jesus can have
Jesus is in my town. I'm not saying I didn't store it. I just said that the little decoration is in the ocean because you're not going to get. Listen, the gates of heaven are not found in Springfield. I'm sorry.
It's up on the far corner.
So you send him on his 8-hour cloud task, but when he's done, he walks across the water to get back to your Springfield. Exactly. It's genius.
Exactly.
Oh my God. How did I not think of that? Wow. Okay. Mind blown.
You're welcome. Enlightenment.
Lalissa, that's why you're the head addict.
Genius.
Is there any way we can get somebody to part the waters? That'd be kind of cool.
Well, isn't that what a dam does?
The damn.
Yeah, it's possible. What's up, Saf?
We've gone off the rails.
How's it going,
Hi, Safi.
Oh, you've missed so much. Go back and listen to the last 10 minutes.
We had a nice conversation about poop and crap.
Yeah, here's the good news, Safi. We've hardly talked about the game at all. You haven't missed a thing.
Yeah, we're still discussing how we feel about the event, so take it away, Safi.
Yeah, so if you'd like to share your thoughts, the good, bad, and fugly, by all means.
It's an okay event for me. I'd call it not bad, which is also like the same as not good, if you will. But
that's what I said. Yes, Safi, we are so on the same page.
Whoa, my yen
I mean, like,
suddenly slipped down to a man.
It kind of reminds me of Mad Max, the most recent one, and it was alright.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Are you sure you didn't watch the first 10 minutes of this, Safi?
Oh, what's saying?
That's exactly what Joe just said.
Almost beat for beat.
Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah. So.
Wait. What are you most excited about that's coming in the future?
For this event, I mean, I liked getting Wendell, but overall, the Maggie skin is awesome too. So.
And we're done, folks. We're done. Goodbye.
The magic trick is over.
That is a hat trick, friends.
Is that exactly what you said?
That's exactly what Joe said. Exactly.
Sad. This is so good. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What time did you wake up, Safi? We're gonna have to try and prove to people that you aren't the same person. Okay.
I woke up at 8:30 Eastern.
Pacific.
Okay.
I was getting balloons. I got tons of little Paw Patrol balloons to prove I was not here.
That's a lot of Paw Patrol balloons. My goodness.
Huh?
Oh yeah. That's why it took me so long. I'm sorry I'm late, but yeah, helium balloons take a long time to fill up.
Yeah.
You'd think that they would go quickly. They're so light. Anyway.
But yeah, overall, I mean, I'm just kind of a little disappointed. It's a 6-week event. I mean, if it was a shorter event, I wouldn't mind it, but I thought the movie was a little long, and I think like this event's a little long. So.
Unbelievable!
Safi,
That's exactly what he said.
I think we just became best friends, and I cordially invite you to do karate in my garage.
Lord.
Oh my.
So good.
Well, I mean, is that general consensus? So Wookie, I guess, agrees with me.
Yes.
It must be a consensus now because we've been outvoted no matter what. Word for word. It's like you guys wrote a referendum and shared it secretly in a secret meeting. So
that, my friend, is called the quorum, the house rest.
Yeah, we're done. Thank you. We'll go back to our corners. No, I was definitely meh about it. It feels grindtastic to me. Too much grinding already. So there you go.
And I was the verdict still out. I haven't made up my mind yet.
So quorum carries.
Yeah, exactly. Let's talk about Wendell joining TSTO finally.
Yes.
The pukester himself. Let's talk about like poop. I mean, I don't know what's worse, watching him puke or our poop discussions.
Puking is weird. Okay, I'm going to confess something right off the top. You guys are all jacked up about Wendell. Everybody's jacked up about Wendell. I had to go and look up who the heck Wendell was.
Oh,
I swear to God. No, I know. He's just not that. He never made that big an impression on me because I hate throwing up worse than anything in the entire world. I will be sick for days if I can keep from throwing up. So some kid that throws up when he gets nudged by Bart, no, he's not my favorite character. I don't want him in. I mean, what do you put him in the puking unicorn off in some corner somewhere?
The best is that his defense against the adults in the playscape is that he pukes in a bucket and then throws it at them.
During flu season.
We've crossed a new line in this game. Like, that is probably the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in this game. I think we've crossed that line.
Well, I didn't buy him, so there you go. I don't have him. I may buy him now because I'm feeling very pressured by the quorum. But we'll see. We'll see how it comes down.
Wendell is iconic. Like, he's all the way back to Simpsons roasting on an open fire. Like, He's OG, the puking kid who sits on the bus. It goes way back. So
yeah, I get it. I get it.
I mean, he was my number one rank for boys in the boys category of the bracket battle for most desired character. Yeah, like without doubt, of all the boys that have come in the show, he was my most desired.
I think I've succumbed here. Okay, you don't have to beat me up now. This is piling on.
Well, now we're just talking about him. We're not picking on you.
I will. No, it feels that way. It feels like maybe like I can't read what you're thinking.
Wait a minute. We have to give Patrick his safe space.
All I'll say is I was able to buy him with my accumulated donuts from donut farming.
Pat,
there you go.
I don't have a snowflake, but I have a snowman face, so we can.
That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. Yeah,
I have a lot of puppies. If you want to adopt a puppy, I don't know if you can see the puppies. There's a basket of adopt a puppy, so better.
I have 5 kids. I'm done. It's wedding week. I'm very tender around the edges. All right, good. Go. We'll see you guys later. Go ahead.
Oh,
I'll buy one though. Now I have to buy one though, and I will donut farm to get him. By the way, I am a casual donut farmer.
So the nice thing about Wendell being in the game is that he is a classic character from the first episode. So it's nice to see when they bring in classic characters, because hopefully that will lead to more classic characters, because that's what everybody's been wanting. You know, Wendell's been a popularly requested one. Sarah Wiggum. For the love of God, Sarah Wiggum, and I will say she is not coming for Valentine's Day, so I'm very disappointed. But
I called it.
So you know, that's a good sign when you start to see stuff like that happen. So I don't know. Some people will tell you that means it's the end of the game. Some people will tell you it means like, oh, EA's finally listened to us. I think it just means that they finally had an opportunity to bring him in. I guess. I don't know.
You know, here's the thing that's hilarious to me. Everybody is yelling at me about Wendell. I dropped real money to get Hans, Mechman. I had no issue with that. And I think my prediction is going to be right. We're going to end up having to buy donuts to get Sarah. That's my guess. Probably. That's what I'm putting out there right now.
I've been saying for a while.
I'll tell you what, the Hans Mechman is hilarious. I'm so glad I have it.
Well, Pat, you can write a should I buy post for him.
Oh, didn't I already kind of?
Don't worry, I'm going to take it.
All right,
I'll do it. But yeah, no, I've been saying that's another thing too. You know, we've got another character, another event, another character that you have to actually physically spend cash on to get the character. Now, don't get me wrong; it's a fun character, it's a full character, so it's not a skin. But
so many sound effects.
I don't know. So yeah, but it does look like we're trending towards at least one character or skin or something per event that's going to have to be
purchased. What was the last one?
There was nothing at Christmas.
No, Squeaky Voice Teen and
Squeaky Voice Teen was Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And of course all the Jebediah, Obadiah, Jacariah.
That one was the worst.
I think that
one was the most expensive.
It doesn't bother me if they keep doing it with the $9.99. I'll drop $9.99. You know, I'll tell you why. Because I have so much free movie pass money now from Christmas and stuff. It's like I got extra $9.99s coming out of my $9.99.
I thought you were going to say because now you qualify for a senior citizens discount.
Wow! Wow! Actually, I've been doing that since I was 50. My hair turned gray early, and I started taking advantage of it really early. I want to see your discount, please. Go ahead, ask me for my ID.
Although I will tell you, I went to Friendly's with my dad the other day for lunch, and he was all excited because he could order off the senior menu, and they took away the senior menu. He's like, oh, I get free. He's like, oh, I get a free ice cream with my meal, and then we got there, and there was no senior menu anymore.
Oh man, like, they have senior stuff up the wazoo around here. They have free pie, discounted movies. I mean, it's
free pie.
Free pie on Tuesday nights. Yeah, and sharing.
Well, because they all that healthy living, they're counting you guys to live forever.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Here in Smogtown, they only count 2 years of Social Security.
That's right. That's right.
And now I want pie. All right. So Let's talk about, I know we briefly talked about it when I was giving my good, bad, and fugly, but talk about the craftables. Everything is new except for one item, which is the skylight. Ironically, at least for now, I have to go back and look at the files, but it looks like the skylight's the only thing that does not award a defensive bonus.
Which is baloney because I have 500 of those in storage, and I tried to move them.
I think that's why. So people don't use the old ones, you know, to get a crazy defensive bonus. But it is a nice concept because usually, I mean, we're all going to be stuck with a ton of crap we don't want, unfortunately. Like, I've got 1 million trenches. I don't need all these trenches. But right now, because I'm such a low level in crafting, that's the best purchase for my scrap to get a good defensive bonus. So and it's the smallest, takes up the smallest footprint and everything. So, but we're all going to end up with a ton of crap that we don't need, but at least it's doing something. Like, you're not just getting it to level up, you're getting it to get the defensive bonus, so you increase your prize track currency payout at the Playscape so that you get your prizes faster. So at least there's more of a purpose to it, and I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any issue with it. These are, I mean, again, they have one, as you said, one thing that's a repeat. Most of the other stuff is applicable to the update and may or may not be used down the road. I do want to point out to anybody else that's watching again that the whole warning thing you guys are getting is all scary and freaky, and I'm going to do a post on it. My actual next Friday's post is going to be about this to a little bit. But I'm over 10,000 items. My warning now says, warning, you're over 10,000 items. It's like, I know. And then nothing happens except it creates some cool memory things that I'll write about in the Friday post. But people that are like 7,200 that are freaking out, oh no, let it go.
I think in fairness, this goes back to what Halloween was that list where I had like a cataclysmic error because I went in the morning.
2013. That was the first one.
Yeah. So
yeah, they used to stop you.
When they did the warning at first, I was like, I don't care. I'll have as much as I want. Woo! And then my game went kerplunk.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, and they had to reset it back, and it took me forever. I almost like quit the game like back then.
That actually happened.
Why'd you fix it, EA?
That actually happened to someone else I know who stocked up on during stonecutters fences. The stonecutter fence got way too many of them. Ended up having their game completely crash. Couldn't load. They had to call EA and get their game completely rolled back. Yeah. So it does happen. I don't think it happens as often now because devices are a little bit better than they used to be, but it still does happen.
Yeah,
but
it's mostly a memory issue. Well, I mean, they have changed the way they do their server structure. You can tell a lot.
If you're playing TSTO on like Galaxy 4 or a Galaxy 2 or an iPhone 2, then you're probably going to have an issue. But if you're playing on, it's a big brick. But if you're playing on, you know, something that's newer, I would say within the last 2 years, maybe even 3 years, you should be fine. I can't, you know, right now you're on iPhone, what, 8 or X or 10? Yeah. Sorry. So, yeah, well, I'm just saying like the update, the level. So, and same with Samsung, you're on a Samsung 8. So you're not, if you're playing on a 6 or a 5, you know, you're probably okay. But if you're playing on those super old devices, you might have some issues. So that's when you really should start to worry about the.
Yeah, I haven't been able to play on my old iPad for like a year and a half. So, I mean, that's why I got a bigger iPhone. And it still has issues that have to do with servers. It's not my device. It's hilarious, actually. You'll see in the next post, there's some funny stuff that happens when the memory gets a little jaggy. It's really funny. But it's, again, it doesn't stop you from playing. So, you know, don't panic.
Anyone else have thoughts on that?
I've stayed under that warning ever since Cataclysmic Homer error, the Where's My Homer, but that's just me. It did suffer for it. It used to be a lot prettier when I used to like not care.
And I know Wookie's going to tell me that my town sucks because that's usually what he does, but I've never seen that warning. Not once.
Nor have I. Yeah.
Stop saying that, Liz. I said it once.
You do realize. I mean,
no, you've said it twice.
I'm paying for it 2 years later.
Listen, when my sister was pregnant with my niece, who is now 14, she left me at a Target because she was so mad at me. She was just hormonal and pregnant. She actually left me at a Target, drove away in California, and I was there by myself. That I still remind her of that 14 plus years later. So don't think you're going to get away with it anytime soon.
Wow.
20 years. 20 years is the debt.
The Wookster and the Scientologist both agree Alyssa's town is amazing.
Really not, but
oh, you guys, so this is funny. It has nothing to do with TSTO, but I went to Hollywood to go to a museum, and we had to walk by the Scientology Center, and I got nervous. I actually got nervous. They're handing out flyers, and I'm like, no, I don't want anything. And I'm like, told my friend, like, let's go. I'm like, I'm on the watch list.
Which one is it? Was it the celebrity one or just the induction one? They got two.
The one on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, that's the induction.
Huge billboard that says "See a thought," and then I turned around and was like, "Excuse me, sir, don't we all see thoughts?"
Yeah.
He got grumpy faced, and I turned around and walked away. Like, is that what we do?
Yeah, their placement's pretty cool because they have a major one right on Broadway, right across the street from Hamilton on Broadway in New York City. Talk about placement. It's great.
Well, they have one right by the Pantages as well. They have like their museum. You just walk the block down. It's right by the Capitol Records building. So they have a couple.
They have a museum? They have a museum?
No, well, yeah, because you have to talk about L. Ron Hubbard's books.
I feel like the next Addicts trip should be the Scientology Museum.
Yes, please. I'm gonna bring my own cans.
Will we come back?
I'm gonna have like cans around my neck.
We might not, Saf. We might not be allowed out.
All right. Okay, man. We're gonna hear from all sides of religion after this episode.
Although I don't know.
Let's go back to poop.
If you guys watched The Good Place, but they went to the Bad Place and they had a museum and they had an exhibit about them. And I feel like that's what's going to happen if we go to a Scientology museum. They're going to have an exhibit about Wookiee. A big animatronic Wookiee. Oh, Scientology.
The most evil game on the planet. The Simpsons tapped out.
Yeah.
All they do is talk about poop and shutting doors. Hey, Safi.
Yeah.
Safi, I have a question. I need the latest installment news report from the nuclear holocaust because I'm curious. It's been 2 weeks, friend. I listened to that episode.
Dude,
how are your people?
That was my next topic. Okay. I have one more thing I got to talk about, and then we're jumping into there. I promise.
Okay. All right. I just want to know if they're irradiated.
Go ahead, Safi. You go ahead. You give your update.
So, my town's pretty much still in shambles. But in my defense, I really haven't had time to play. I've worked pretty much the last 12 days in a row. So I went a few days in a row without playing. So I haven't done much. I got all my Springfield Heights in order. I got my Boardwalk and Pier in order. But the actual Springfield itself is not quite there yet. I took out all the characters I needed for that were standalone characters and the ones that I need for the event and for the rail yard. So my town's pretty much functioning. I just haven't had time to make it function. But yeah, I have some time off next weekend. So I expect it to be pretty soon. But I like what it looks like so far.
Well, you're getting called out online by some of your friends. It cracks me up for blowing up your town. Now, what you're describing sounds a little bit like, building a McDonald's after Nagasaki or something. I mean, you've got like level ground and this nice little structure of a playground. Yeah, that's the first thing we do when we're rebuilding after nuclear. Well, let's build a playground. Nice. It's the UN in action.
I got my bonus percentage back up to about 500. I've been taking out those items first as well.
Well, of course you have.
So
I just your town sounds like a Mad Max dystopian nightmare. So.
It actually is really similar to it right now.
Wow.
So this is just a warning then. Don't nuke your Springfield. Like we all warned last episode. Don't.
Yeah, if you're going to work 12 days in a row, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's one of those timing is everything, right?
Yeah, unless you're do when you have time.
Unless you're unemployed, retired, or like a teenager on summer break, don't nuke your Springfield.
Yes.
It's not worth it. Especially now, Safi, are your as Wookie asked, are your people surviving the radiation? Are they okay? They all have the shakes or something?
They're all doing okay.
Good.
Yeah. I'll give you another update in 2 weeks.
Just, Safi, if you need to, I'll visit your town and throw paper towels at them. No?
You really should break out the zombie sandwich and then have them all walking around like zombies. That would actually be pretty funny. Because your town was be like.
I don't actually have a zombie sandwich.
What?
Well, it's in the mystery box.
Oh, the zombie sandwich is live.
Yeah, I don't have the zombie sandwich. I don't have a lot of things in the mystery box actually.
Does the zombie sandwich have percentage points?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
I think so. Also has the task.
I got the crazy cat lady in there, her iguana costume. I have
zombies.
What's the Mayan Homer and Marge bundle in there, and then I got a few more decoration items in there too. Yeah, I have a pretty full mystery box.
Hope to go take a look.
I'm gonna just Google the zombie sandwich on our site. All right, let's talk real quick about the land controversy that's been plaguing everyone. So the new land, we addressed this a little. I addressed this a little bit. The new land, there's 2 new strips of land, and it actually, Patrick, the zombie sandwich does not earn bonus percentage. I was incorrect. It can only be purchased with land tokens. So a lot of people are freaking out that have big expanded Springfields and need that land. People don't know if it's a glitch, if it's intentional. I think it's intentional. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, I do too. It's one of those funny things that hit me in a weird place because, as I said, I was planning this whole expansion, and I've been using my free tiles in this one area where to buy stuff by cash is like 3 million per square, whatever, right? So I was thinking, okay, great, we're gonna get way in the top right corner, up in my mythology corner. But the deal, the way my thing is that my free land showed up in that same section. So it's really weird. I can only get more tiles to the right. I can't go down. I can't go over. I can't do anything with my free tiles. So because I still have corners that I haven't purchased with regular cash. So it's kind of a weird no-win. It's a total catch-22 for me. I don't want that land. I'm not interested in that land right now. So I'm going to have to really pony up for a lot of expensive land. I don't see any way around it. So it's annoying. I don't see a huge advantage to it, frankly. I don't really understand what EA is trying to do.
Slow everybody down.
Yeah, I'm going to just do this. I'm cranky about it. Okay, there we go.
They're just
drives.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought it was a glitch. I mean, I posted that there were 2 new strips of land as soon as the event started, and I kept getting replies. Oh, I can't purchase the land without land tokens. And the reason I think it's a glitch is usually there's 6 major events per year, and you get 3 acts per event. So that's 18, and each act usually has a free land token. So that's just 18 free land tokens per year. So unless they introduce a new way to provide you with land tokens or to earn land tokens, or like Alyssa alluded that you have to purchase land tokens with real cash, I don't see how that land can only be purchased with land tokens. I think, it's a glitch for that reason.
They gave you a free land token when you placed the Playscape. So you got an extra bonus one with this.
So you got one. So 19 this year.
Well, they might do it again with Act 2. You might play something and get another.
Yeah. It doesn't
like that. If they add that type of element, like where you are getting free land tokens through other means, then maybe. But the current way it was structured this past year, I don't think it's sustainable for the amount of land they've given us to just give us one free land token in that.
The problem I have of it being a glitch is they've had 2 bug fix updates already, and none of them fixed anything. So sorry.
Look,
that's true.
What do you think?
It drives me crazy because I'm a completionist, and I was able to buy like 4 or 6 because with my saved land tokens because I have all the land, and like now I can't. And I'm like, bah, I need it just because I need that entire strip to be filled. I was like Pat, I saved it for the really expensive one just to save some dinero. But
Right.
I mean, but the real truth is I have everything all in my town, and I have like this gigantic 3-strip edge on the bottom of my town where I can build house farms, and it's not a problem. So you don't really need that land. It's just because you can't have it that it's becoming an issue.
Well, some people
forbidden fruit,
don't design tight enough, and then they need the land because I don't know why. But I mean, I'm in the same boat as you. I mean, first of all, I don't have all the land because the land that's available to me now is to the bottom, and I don't want that land. I want land to the right. So, and I'm out of land there. So I haven't even hit the area where I need to use my free tokens, and I have like 20 saved up because I don't need that land. I don't want that land. But my Springfield is nice, confined, perfect, and I've got a nice big area for design and everything. I have probably 4 or 5 strips of land that I haven't even purchased. So
yeah, I'm the same boat. I've got at least 3 strips along the top and 2 and maybe 3 strips on the right. I can't even tell because they don't reveal themselves until you buy something else on the corner. Then they'll open up. So I don't know how many I have. But it's what's weird for me is that the free ones are only in the top right-hand corner, which is very odd. I mean, it's like, okay, that's way away from everything else in my whole town,
Yeah.
So whatever.
So, I mean, I definitely think it's intentional. I think it's designed to slow people down because what happens is they release a strip of land with an event. Everybody buys that land, and then the next event, everybody's like, I need more land. So I think they intentionally released 2 strips of land and said, these are going to be your 2 strips of land for 2018. And that's it. And use your game tokens to buy it, and that's it.
This feels like either Scientologists or Russians. One of the two. I don't know who did it. This is not regular programming. So,
Pat,
I apologize.
Or the soup thing.
Scientologists in Russia. Russian Scientologists. Yes, comrade. I will teach you to see thoughts.
Oh, man.
I would have you hold the cans, but I cannot afford the cans. I have to stand in line for the cans to get the cans before I can hold the cans. Go ahead.
What happens when all 4 of us are together?
Da is good. Da.
Da.
All right. Anybody have any more thoughts about Bart Royale?
Nah.
What is that? Like, so it's supposed to be like Battle Royale, right? But instead it sounds like a bad casino.
Yeah, no, it's a stupid. That's the thing. From the very beginning, it was wrong. The name is stupid. It's like
Homergeddon was better.
Yeah, Homergeddon was better.
Well, but then everybody started freaking out that meant the end of the game.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So
not gonna happen.
Friends,
no, you know why it's not going to happen? Because they just gave us stupid land tiles. They're going to take us out for 24 more months. So there we go.
Hey, and me and Pat both donated $10 to the game, so they got their $20 for the year.
Me too. Actually, I got back Hans.
I have to buy him.
Yeah,
that's next.
And I think the cost of maintaining the server is like 50 cents. So they're good.
Yeah.
The way the server runs, it seems like it.
They're in the black.
they're in their magnificent support team. Talk about Russians looking for canned food. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Let's get to a couple of reader comments. Reader comments about the event. Graham S. says, premise and dialogue is fun, but after a laid-back and excellent Christmas, here we go again with 6 weeks of 4-hour cycles. Unless the other acts change it up, and please say there won't be another Monty Mort-style epic that just goes on and on and on. I'm bored now. Stone6040 says, conceptually, I like the Mad Max post-apocalyptic theme by stretching a 10-minute portion of a single, less than memorable episode into a 6-week event has the earmarks of returning to form, and not in a good way. Perhaps the excellence of winter 20, I'm assuming it's 2017, he writes 2018, well scare state, having raised the bar, also set our expectations a bit too high. Regardless, Wendell.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, it's not that bad. And it comes from more than one episode, friend. I'm sorry. It's not just the Outlands. Just because the splash screen shows you one thing does not mean that every event comes from a plethora of places.
No, and Bart, I just said, Bart the General is prevalent throughout this thing.
Right.
There's stuff all over it.
I think, too, when we look at events, we rate it on a couple different things. 1, the length. 2, the quality of the prizes. And 3, the dialogue. And aside from the length, I think the prizes themselves, I mean, you're getting full characters, which is nice. And it's 6 prizes and really only 4 prizes, 3 prizes per, 3 prizes? 4 prizes per act. So it's not awful. And then the dialogue is actually pretty funny. Like if you're reading the dialogue is actually pretty good. It's on point again. It's not as good as Christmas's dialogue, but it's a totally different topic and theme. So that could be why. I mean,
just Act 1, Bart the General's fun, and Pyro's a great prize.
Exactly. And it's a full character. So I mean, it's hard to, like, you're getting full characters in Springfield, which odds are in a year is going to come back as a premium character, and you're going to get a freemium character that'll pay you a premium rate, because that's what always ends up happening.
And it's paving the door for Gyro to come into the game too. Yeah, Gyro.
Does he roll around in the rollerball with Luann is all I want to know.
That would be the best task ever. You should.
I hope so, because I love Luann's rollerball task. Like, just her hamstering around my town. It's brought me joy for years.
I'm just going to say, I knew that Luann was a strumpet, but holy moly. This girl gets around. I mean, she really got around. Yikes.
That's part of her character.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
Let's see. So
that's where Milhouse gets his moves.
Yeah, if Kirk drew Dignity better, we wouldn't have this problem.
This is true. No, I still love the one with Dr. Hibbert in the Swinger episode. That I just find that hilarious. The old
where they're in the, you talking about where they're in the jacuzzi and they're like, oh no, the swingers.
Yeah. I mean, and Dr. Hibbert's there, and they have the whole whatever. We get all kinds of things.
Yeah, another episode where they were having a key party, and
that's the one I'm talking about, is the key party.
Let's see. Desapa01 says, not super excited about the theme. Great premium characters though, but prize track is lackluster. No more crafting. I think we would all be okay with these less notable prizes if there was a way to obtain them. Sorry, if the way to obtain them was fun or different. What happened to fun structures like Easter 2014, minus the frustrating odds that event had? Amy says, you can tell our reaction to Easter 2014. Amy says, I like the event so far, and I'm very happy that we got Wendell. I'm even happier that we are going to get, we're going to be getting a new skin for Maggie soon. Looks like the skin is pretty cool. And Wookie, I like your shirt.
Thank you, Amy.
And Jaffe says, I bought Wendell. Pretty sure he was based on an old friend of mine. When in grade school, he would always hurl on the school bus during school trips. We used to take bets on when it would happen. As far as the event goes, a clean launch has always been a bonus for me. I think I'm happiest that you can find ruffians easily in my town and friends' towns. It saves a lot of time.
Yeah, they're really easy to find. That is cool. And they if you wait long enough, they all congregate around your playground.
Yeah.
And then in your craftables, as long as you don't have the amount that you need to upgrade, if you tap on that, it'll take you to where they are. Just make sure you don't have enough currency or you'll waste it.
You'll be SOL. Bruder says, why not wall it in like Krusty Land? Then at least we would know that it's the edge. That the way we have suddenly done this is unfair. I think they're talking about the land. I think Bruder's talking about the land. So wall in the land so we know it's the edge.
Yeah, I'm a little bummed that they went to so much trouble to make the land punitive, and they haven't given us any Springfield Heights land in forever.
That's what somebody else.
More Springfield Heights. Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm. Me and somebody else, we're a quorum.
And me, I agree with that one.
There we go. All right, quorum.
I think it was Tippy that said it, but I'm not 100% sure. I know. I just read that comment like last Thursday or something.
Okay, there you go.
Bruder says, I love the content of this event, but again, 4-hour repetitive tasks for 42 days, tappables again, crafting level up, nothing worth visiting my neighbors for again. Meh.
I find it easy. I like that. I can just go in, find the section, tap, tap, tap. There's not anything extra to do, and then I'm out and back to my life.
Exactly.
It's just hard for me to get jacked up about. I mean, again, this is sophomore curse. The Christmas one was so good. It was so good. I mean, I'm still looking at I still have stuff here that I laugh at daily that we got in Christmas. This is just really not even close. Not even close.
Christmas is what happens when I threaten EA.
And they even give you Rush Limbaugh, kind of. So anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, Wendell, when you buy him, has a really great like monkey bars animation. Like all of his little animations are pretty funny.
The animations in general are really good. Eric has a really good animation. His dodgeball with Bart is really funny. Like,
I think they did a really good job, quite frankly, with the animation and the structure and the whole bit. I think it's funny watching the whole battle, but the 4-hour grinding thing. Good Lord, people, Christmas was really nice. Christmas gave us an option. This is just not. It ain't there.
So would you rather have
there's a lot of good things.
24-hour grinds? Would that be more pleasing to you? Like literally where you set a task for 24 hours and leave it and come back?
No, what I liked about Christmas is that you weren't locked in. You could come back at 3, 6, 8 hours, whatever, and it kind of caught up to where you were. That made sense to me. This thing is you're kind of locked into 4 hours. You're going to go there or you're not going to go there.
Is it bad that I don't even remember how we earned event currency for Christmas? I don't even remember. Like, I remember tappables. Is that the only thing? I don't remember anything else.
It was pretty much tappables, but there wasn't. But the tappables were a 3-hour cycle if you went after it, but they all hung around and waited for you. That was the thing. You could come back 6 hours, 7 hours, and everything would be there waiting for you.
And then the battle with aliens.
Oh, that's right. The battles. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
The re-gifting machine.
That's right. That's right. Okay. I just couldn't remember. I was just like, I'm totally drawing a blank, maybe because it wasn't a grinding cycle.
Yeah. I will ask a question. How many times they're going to reanimate the ray gun, though? Come on. How many different ray guns do we need to do?
Mine's in the storage now. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, I really enjoyed Christmas, but I would define that awesome event as more of a grind than this one so far. Like, honestly.
Really?
Literally, I open my phone, I tap on where they're playing, I reassign them, and I close my phone. It's over.
Well, that's how Christmas was.
So fast. Yeah, like send assault, send fortify, and there's nothing else to do. And if I choose to go on every 4 hours, that's my decision. But I haven't seen that I have to do that to earn everything yet.
Yeah,
I think the entertainment value for my family is a lot less than this one too, because my entertainment value during Christmas is when I did the ray gun thing and I played it like a piano. I'd be sitting at dinner and all of a sudden just go for 18 seconds. They loved it. It was great.
I do miss the snow. I miss the snow so much, but
I do too. I like the snow too.
I really like getting the green
don't
back.
Have to deal with it. Safi and I have to deal with snow. I'm happy to have green Springfield back.
I was pretty happy to have green back. Rushing.
Nope.
See the poll results for the poll, obviously. Initial impressions of Bart Royale: 32%, not bad. Also means not good. 26.4% too soon to tell. 19.25% great. 17.7 meh. And 4.66 not a fan. So it looks like overwhelmingly you guys are kind of on the fence. It's not awful, but it's just too soon to tell really how you feel about it.
That's a straight split. Yeah, I mean that's almost 20. I mean it's almost, if you throw out the one, it's almost 25% across the board. Yeah, whatever.
And Brooders thinks I should threaten EA again. I save that. I build it up and then I save it for when it's really important. It's the first event of the year. If I threaten them now, things are only going to go downhill.
What would we threaten them about? What would, just to try and
remember I said if they didn't have the fat guy in red, I would quit the game and I'd shut down the site.
So, but what are you going to hold them hostage for on this one?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I save it. I save it for when something really pisses me off.
All right.
Sure, Wiggum 2019.
That's it. If Sarah Wiggum does not come into this game, you may see me threaten them again.
Yeah, I'm not waiting a year for that. Come on.
I called 2019 on our New Year's resolution or episode.
You did.
Wow.
I'm still riding the happiness of getting the jolly old nog hog in my town, so I'm good.
That Christmas event was so good. Like, I don't know that. I think it'll probably be April before I'm really ticked off about stuff.
I just know that he shows up in his Speedo at the weirdest places. I have some screenshots that are absolutely hilarious. So, yeah.
Like on it, like Christmas was so. I was really worried about that political like mini event, and
I was too.
It seems like the Christmas love was so much that people just like let it slide right off their back.
No, but it blew everybody up. That was the thing. If you couldn't take sides in that Christmas episode.
Well,
it was so radically everywhere. Everybody's stupid. That was the overarching conversational piece.
There were people with both the Christmas event and the Buck Stops Here event that only interpreted it as attacking "quote unquote" their side. And then flipped out. But those were few and far, so it wasn't awful. But we did see it. Fortunately, it wasn't widespread. Like everyone's hatred
about how callously Russian Scientologists are represented.
I'm just glad Jesus wasn't wearing a tie. That's all I care about. You know, he didn't have like a colored tie of any kind.
So I thought you were going to say you're just glad Jesus wasn't in
water.
Yeah, there we go.
He walks on water in Alyssa's town. It's amazing.
I'm telling you, magic. All right, Super Bowl is next Sunday. So for those people who care, because apparently nobody really cares about this Super Bowl, but Super Bowl predictions real quick.
I care about one thing and one thing only. One thing.
Tom Brady, I'm guessing.
Absolutely. That Ugg boot wearing little puke. I want him down. I want him gone. I want something that happens that makes him retire. I'm tired of him. They're probably going to win. They're the greatest dynasty of all time. Blah blah blah.
Stupid
cheaters. Anyway,
pumpkin eaters.
Yeah, no, I mean, come on. They've been caught. They have been caught so many times cheating. It's like, yeah, now we're going into the whole steroid thing. Should Sammy Sosa be in the Hall of Fame?
No.
Yes, I'm just saying. That's my point. We're in this thing where we're now winning is everything. I want these guys to get beat. I would love it if they got beat somehow. I mean, I'm sorry, everybody that was going crazy about Gronkowski's concussion. Did you see 3 weeks ago when Gronkowski jumped on top of that guy's back? Hello.
When he got hit in that game, I said to my husband, I said, how would they know if he's actually concussed? Because he's usually walking around in kind of a daze.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Karma's a bitch.
So anyway. Pat is picking the Eagles.
I want the Eagles, but I think that New England will win. That's what I
if you had to put money on it, which one would you pick?
I'd pick for New England. I'd pick them because that's a safe bet. I would hate to win. That's the point.
Okay. Who's going next?
I agree with Pat. I mean, my prediction is my Saints are not going to win. That was a horrible last-minute play, or last-second play.
Yes.
Yeah, same. I'd love for the Eagles to win, but my money's on the Pats, unfortunately.
Okay. Wookster?
I'm torn because having lived in Eagle Country for 4.5 years of my life, I developed a distaste for Philly fans. Sorry, Alyssa's hubby. I love you. I love you,
Eagles fans. Eagles fans are awful human beings.
Yeah, I mean they booed Santa Claus, and I've already established what a big fan of Santa Claus I am. However,
they threw batteries at him, and that was like years ago.
Yeah, I am sick and tired of hearing people talk about the Patriots. So what I say is go commercials. I want the commercials to win, the commercials to go all the way. And if somebody ruptures Brady's Achilles tendon, the Russian Scientologists will cheer.
So now we're putting a bounty on the team. Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, if Philadelphia's defense gets to him early and makes him pay early, it could be an interesting game. So the question I have, though, is who's the halftime show?
Justin Timberlake and somebody else.
And everybody is hoping that Janet Jackson's going to show up again. Woo!
So my pick, because I'm, as Wookie alluded to, I am married to somebody from outside of Philadelphia. Although he is not your quintessential Eagles fan, and he will tell you that he does not like Eagles fans. He is not.
Does he like Santa Claus?
He loves Santa Claus.
There we go.
He also will never go to a football Eagles game because he thinks those people are just jackwagons. But he is a Phillies fan, so we go to Phillies games. But he will never go. There is a very big distinction between Phillies fans and Eagles fans. Phillies fans are nice people. I will go to a Phillies game, and I'm going this summer in a Yankees shirt because the Phillies are playing the Yankees, and no one will say anything to me, and no one will throw anything at me. If I went to an Eagles game wearing a Giant shirt and the Giants aren't even playing, I'd get, the snot beaten out of me.
Look at the Phillies mascot. Like, if that doesn't say fun, nothing does.
That's why Riley will tell you that her favorite team is the Phillies, because the Yankees can't compete with a Muppet.
Yeah,
this is true.
So I'm going to pick the Eagles because I want my husband to be happy. I could care less, but honestly, I just want my husband to be happy because he is a Philly fan and he's used to losing, and I feel bad. He does not experience the joy that it is to be a Yankee fan and a Giant fan where you win. So I would like him to experience that euphoria.
It's been so long since they made it. It would actually be pretty cool. And Andy Reid's not their coach, so it's okay. I like to see Andy Reid lose, but now he's not their coach, so they can win.
And the guy Howie Long's son, whose name I can't think of, but his last name is Long, on the Eagles, he donated his entire salary for this year. Every single paycheck went to charity, which I thought was neat. So, yeah.
So here's the question:
the Magician too on the Eagles,
Magician's on there, and they have their dog masks and their dog T-shirts that they sell, and they donate all the money from that. If you don't buy them from the NFL, you got to buy them from the guy that does it. I can't remember his name, but if you buy it from there, they donate all the money to Philadelphia schools, which I think is really cool too. So they're not. The players aren't bad. It's just the fans that are jackwagons.
So here's the true test for you. Here's the true test for you, Alyssa. So we've already established Sammy Sosa not in the Hall of Fame ever, right? Mm-hmm. What about A-Rod?
No.
What about Mark
Good
McGuire?
For you. Good for you.
However,
no, she was. I was just going after the Yankee. Go ahead.
I do think Roger Clemens should be in the Hall of Fame because Roger Clemens
mustache
never admitted to it and was actually acquitted in a court of law about it. So yes, there's suspicion, but everybody else that I think if you admit it, I also think Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame. But
Pete Rose, yeah.
I was going to say that. No, it's the number one rule.
So
you don't bet on
the only one I'm going to have an issue with is when Andy Pettitte is on the ballot next year. I adore Andy Pettitte. I think he's the nicest person in the world. He did take HGH. He admitted to it. He did it when he was on the Astros, and then he stopped, and he still pitched really well afterwards. So he's probably not going to get in the Hall of Fame, and I think he should because he's one of the best postseason starters in the history of baseball. But I'm good because Mariano's going to go on first ballot next year. Jeter's going to go in the next year, and I'll be okay.
Jeter's the bomb. See, it represents the real deal for me.
Does he have a statue at Yankee Stadium yet? Like in their little court of like super
Jeter?
People?
Yeah, Jeter's in Monument Park, yes.
They gave him one?
He is already?
Yeah, last year they did it, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I got to go.
So.
All right.
Anyway.
I have to go to work, friends.
Yes. So that's it for us. Unless anybody has anything else they want to say? Anything anybody needs to plug? Do?
I will be writing early and then disappearing off of the site for 4 days. So just prepared. So you want to pick on me? Go ahead. Pick on me. I won't be around to defend myself.
Everybody pray for Patrick's sanity because he's got to deal with wedding number 2 in like a span of 7 months. So
too late. So there's no sanity here.
Hopefully
we'll
get Patrick back. Patrick will come back on like February 6th, and we'll have normal Patrick.
There you go.
Anyone else?
Bye, friends.
No.
All right. Next episode is February 10th, so we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a good rest of your weekend. Enjoy your Saturday. Bye, guys.
Shut the door.